It's the morning after our arrival into Salvador, and our great jubilation at crossing the Atlantic turned to sadness because as we were celebrating, we realised, where's Mocha?
So my experience with this visa system was to use a verified company, a large US company, to do an expedited visa for me to get into Brazil. Back to immigration this afternoon because the head honcho, Mr. Bossman, came in and reviewed the decisions of the immigration officers earlier in the week and decided that no visa, no stay.
Some potentially exceedingly bad news. And I say potentially because it's not 100%. And I'm not feeling terribly optimistic, I have to say. Mocha is missing. And the last time she was seen was on the kayak on port side, just before we had the big wind change. The spinnaker blew across to port side. Big wind shift.
Big wind shift. It's on the wrong side of the spreader there. Yeah, you got it. Oh. That was exciting.
And as they came into Brazil, they ripped their spinnaker. What happened there?
Wind shift.
Oh, right.
If she did go overboard at the time, she could have swum to shore from where we were. We were not far offshore at all. There's one last hope. She has been known to take refuge in a sleeping area under the squabs in the saloon, and you don't know she's there. And she's been asleep there before. So we're just hoping sometime during the night, maybe not till tomorrow, she comes out of there. We'll wait and see.
This week's episode is not an easy one to tell. As many of you know, for the past 2 years, our cat Mocha has been a constant companion through storms, sunsets, and 2 ocean crossings. But during the final hours of our passage across the Atlantic, in sight of the coast of Brazil, Mocha disappeared. We didn't see it happen, and we didn't hear it. By the time we realised, it was too late. It's hard to find the words, but we want to share this moment honestly. So before we dive into exploring Salvador, we're taking a moment to honour her. So it's the morning after our arrival into Salvador, and our great jubilation at crossing the Atlantic turned to sadness because as we were celebrating, we realised, where's Mocha? She loves our celebration. If there's anything going on deck, she's always up and out and trying to be part of it. So we went out last night. Ivan filled up the dinghy. We went all the way back to the lighthouse, which is about where we dropped the spinnaker. Rob went into shore, but it was midnight. I mean, it was lit up, but it says don't go out by yourself here. So anyway, he went into shore. I stayed on the dinghy, circling the wagons, but he didn't go very far. He didn't feel safe, so we're going back now this morning. We're going to look for her. She's a great swimmer, so she could have got to shore. I hope we find her. So this is where she went missing. This is where we suspect she went missing, I should say, because we don't absolutely know, but across the blinking ocean and then falls off from in sight of land.
This is where we came back to last night at Declan. And the tide was coming in at that time, so it was going that way. Whether she had enough distance to get into that beach there is the question, or whether she got swept around inside to the other beaches. But the other beach is where I walked along last night, calling out for her. I don't think I can drop you in there.
No, so we'll have to walk up to that one.
To the other beach. Okay.
Operation Catch the Cat. Let's hope we're successful.
Yeah. So the plan is They're not taking this camera because I'm not just scared to grab and run. So I'm going to meet them back here at 8 o'clock in the morning local time. It's about 6:45 right now. I was thinking I would go around there, but we've been around there, so there's no point. Anyway, far out. Far out, man. Poor Mocha, the thought of her watching the boat go away and swimming after us, and oh my gosh, it's just awful. Just awful. So I've just picked up the troops and it's not good news.
I mean, this is the time she would be sleeping, so she'd be terrified. So she'd be hiding. So I want to go out again tonight and see if there's any difference going out at night tonight, maybe. I mean, it's absolutely doable. The swim was absolutely doable for her. We know she was a good swimmer.
Yeah.
Just where we hide. There are lots of dogs around. There are lots of hiding places too, though.
Yeah.
Lots of drains and whatnot.
Lots of rats.
Yeah. It's like finding a needle in a haystack there. Despite days of searching, putting word out to local vets and shelters, and the incredible support of our buddy boats, Pazzo and Excelsior, we had no luck. I'm so incredibly grateful to everyone who has come out and helped us look. We just can't find her. But the crazy thing is, the morning after she went missing, 4 o'clock in the morning, I distinctly heard her. I looked in the engine bay and I looked everywhere and I couldn't find her on board because it was so, I could hear her so clearly. So I went back to bed and then you said you could hear Mocha. So I went out again and I looked in the wall again.
You look at the steps, eh?
Yeah, I looked everywhere. And it's like, how can we both, if it was a dream, how could we both be having the same dream at the same time? So I'm wondering if we've been looking too far away because we've been concentrating our view, where we're looking near the lighthouse.
Yeah.
But maybe she fell off
right at the end, when we were anchoring.
And we've been looking in the wrong place. I really feel like she got to the shore. I don't think, I think, she's a lovely cat, so maybe someone's taken her in.
Maybe.
And as if that wasn't enough, our new crew, Clint and Ollie, faced immigration problems on arrival. After paying a small fortune for an expedited visa that was still being processed nearly 2 weeks later, we were left holding our breath at customs, hoping our friends wouldn't be deported before getting a chance to experience the wonders of Brazil.
So my experience with this visa system was to use a verified company, a large US company, to do an expedited visa for me to get into Brazil. The guaranteed 5-day turnaround. Well, as it turns out, we're now 10 days in, and only as of this morning, still get back more information required. So I get that this visa system is new to US, Australian and Canadian citizens. However, a company that large, I believe, for more than 1,000 Australian dollars should have their together. They clearly don't. And one of the main issues across all of the Aussies that have been here in the last few days is the photos and the uploading of photos into the new GFS system. However, I asked on every single email that was returned, what is wrong with the photo so I can change it. What do I hear back? Crickets. That's simply not good enough from a company that specialises in visas.
So we're off to check in. We've got our best clothes on, our Sunday best. And how confident are you feeling, Clint, that you won't be deported today?
Well, not at all confident, but we'll see what happens. It is what it is. I can't change it. Why stress about it?
Indeed. Yeah.
But I can tell you, the process, they couldn't organise a route to Brussels.
No. No, it's absolutely appalling, the system they've put in place to get visas, it doesn't work.
Might have to become a Kiwi.
Indeed.
Well, to turn up at the Port Authority today and have the gentleman there follow us to immigration and do all the translation in Portuguese, explaining our situation to a government official was nothing short of amazing. He's the reason that Ollie and I are here at the moment. He sorted a special visa for us, what they call a restricted visa, free to roam just for the next week, and nothing short of my highest praise for that gentleman. We're here now, but through no thanks to CIBT.
Declan, what have you done?
Stepped on glass. That looks really bad.
It looks awful.
Don't, just
Yeah.
keep
Oh my
your foot in your
God.
shoe, man. Seriously,
Declan,
don't touch the ground.
hang on, have you got it out?
Yeah, no, it's not in there.
How big is the hole?
Show us, give us a look.
I'd say it's probably like that big.
Oh my
And
God.
then it might have gone like that deep.
Well, at least it's bleeding.
Again.
Oh my. Whereabouts is it? Oh, Declan.
Yeah, well, it looks worse than this because it's covered in blood. But once
So I'll give my 10 cents worth on
Out.
this. It's an inexperienced barefooter. He needs more time. That's all I'll say. So Clint, I see some red and blues in the background there. Are they coming for you? And why?
Well, very near possibly after today's events.
We've had a bit of drama this afternoon, haven't we? What happened? Give us your version of events.
Back to immigration this afternoon because the head honcho, Mr. Bossman, came in and reviewed the decisions of the immigration officers earlier in the week and decided that no visa, no stay. No staying 3 more days in Brazil, next plane out. That's his opinion.
Yeah.
That's where that ended. A lot of arm throwing, a lot of paper thrown around an office, a lot of yelling into his staff was what went on, a lot of bravado really. And then it was home time, and so he left. As to what to do next was not quite formal. I still have my passports, but still with the direction of leave as soon as possible. No visa, no stay in Brazil.
Right.
We've just come looking for Mocha again. This is the first time we've actually seen a group of cats. We're down near the marina, which is near where we anchored the first night. We really don't know where she went missing. Somewhere between the lighthouse and here was when we last saw her. And anyway, it's nice to see that cats do exist here in Salvador. These are really the first cats we've seen, and there's quite a few of them, so maybe she might find a group of cats, although I don't think she's a very cat-friendly cat. So, gives me hope.